I'm Michael and this is DMS 51412.
Hi, I'm Paul and we're restoring her back to her former glory.
Hi, I'm Scott. Jump on board and join us on our journey.
And I'm Johnny, and welcome to Destination DMU.
Right guys, welcome to episode 11 of Destination DMU. Today we're going to be ripping it apart yet again. We're going to be removing this bottom panel, which is full of filler and nasties, taking the gutter off up above, removing some more of the roof steel so we can expose the cant rail and check that for rust corrosion. And also down the end, you might just be able to see it or it might be out of shot. There is a little panel, a half panel, that needs the top above the window and the just below the window replaced. And then we'll weld in new hopefully very soon. I don't think there's much framework to sort, but we'll soon see when we get the panel ripped off.
So yeah, episode 11, we really are going with it. And enjoy, and let's get destroying her again. So, first job, we got to rip this out. So, first part of doing that is actually finding out, well, where's it all joined together? So, you've seen me do this before. Put a bit of white pen where the welds are. Then I'll get the big 9-inch angle grinder and I will cut it all. You can never really find all the welds. I know that I can't get in behind these pieces of wood, for example, but if I can get most of them off, that means I can start prying, start getting some leverage on most of them, and then hopefully the others, they're not very big, they're almost like tack welds, so they should just pop off. Then what you're going to see me do as well is get the smaller angle grinder and get in anywhere that I can't get the big angle grinder in, and also grind all these bolts off on the window frame because, well, we don't want to rip the window frame out when we're trying to rip this panel out. So yeah, they're usually all C, so it's just best to go at it very gently with the flat disc and then get them off, and we'll then, after that, we'll prep up the window frame. But before I prep up the window frame, we'll go to the other side to actually cut out the bit we want, because we're not removing a whole panel here, we are literally just removing the bottom half. So that's what you're about to see. So, as you see, Michael also just cut that out quickly. So now you're going to see two men struggle in very fast-paced motion.
Right guys, so now as you can see we have got the panel off. It'd probably be quite laughable with me and Johnny stamping on it and going like the clappers at it, but we got it off with ease, to be fair. She didn't put up too much of a fight, which was good. We just broke all the little tack welds, or Johnny cut some as well, but it's the interior ones which tend to be a pain. So panel's off. I'm now going to wire wheel it, rust kill it, and then it'll eventually get the paint process, and then Johnny's going to make up the new panel in the meantime, and you'll see both of that being done.
Right, so as stated earlier, a bit of a disconnect from the panel ripping action we've been doing, but Michael is going to currently be wire wheeling that, but you've seen that. So what you haven't seen in a while is cutting out the roof. So cue fast moving me cutting just a little bit out of the roof, just so we can inspect the cant rail. So yeah, we'll get on with that. So I'm sure you loved that video you didn't see, because I didn't press play, but ta-da, it's all out. And what we found is, you probably see about all the white lines, is we found more work to do. I don't know why we're surprised. So we found, you know, that from about here, the cant rail is basically giving up on us. Seems like water has managed to get in through the back. So we're going to have to take some panel work out. We already knew we would have to do that, but we need to make out the bend because it goes all the way around the back, so that's fun. I've also got some of this curved angle line, which is like the last roof support. It's gone, so thankfully, you know, one of the legs of that seems to have made it intact. As we, you know, give it a little grind down, we'll see. So hopefully that's just cut out one of the legs, bend some 3mm, put it back in, get the structure integrity back there. With this, we need to cut out a little bit of the roof. It's not, the roof isn't bad or anything, but underneath here, see where I've drawn this, that's how far up it's right out, so we need to replace that. So we need to get an anchor pole in here to prop up the roof. Apart from that, it's a very simple job, up to about here, which you might be able to see or not, of simply just getting all the rust off of it, putting some rust kill agent on it, whether that be Q-Rust or Furtan, killing all the rust. But for now, we're going to go back to the other panel because we have got pretty much a day's work left in this after we've Q-rusted most of the cant rail. We've got a day's work to do this corner because, as we found out by doing the lower half of this exact same panel, the corners just take a good day to finesse and get perfect. Once you've got them, they look really nice, but you know, it's getting there. So we're going to cut all this out and we're going to leave this as a whole day's work, and hopefully today, because we'll be doing this over this week and next week to give you a nice video. So for the rest of today, we will focus on doing the bottom half of that panel, getting a section made up to get that in nice and quickly. That probably won't go in today, but the framework's been wire wheeled and ready for treatment. So after we've gotten rid of the rust up here, we'll treat them both at the same time. Then that means we can get that ready for painting for next time, so then we can have the paint drying as we're putting the panel on. Really working quite efficiently there. So yeah, I'm going to, what you're going to see next is you're going to see Michael clean all this framework, which will also give you a scope of actually how much I've cut out. It's about 3.5, 4 meters, 3 to 4 meters, I guess. It's basically everything we haven't done so far, because that's our policies to go around edges. Because actually it did look pretty good, and the roof sections we took off were really good. You can even still see some old pea green paint that we didn't put there, from, you know, the early days of preservation and BR jobs. So this hasn't been touched in decades pretty much. So we're going to fix it, get it all strong again, get it all safe. For the meantime, I'm going to go back to that panel, and you're probably going to see me make up a panel next, or you'll probably see Michael wire wheel this, one of the two. So yeah, hope you're enjoying the episode so far. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, we really would appreciate it. We've done pretty well with the last video of the painting. We thought we would, because you people love paint. But please, honestly, if you're interested, then subscribe. If you're not interested, don't know why you're here. But if you're interested, subscribe, give it a like, it all helps us out. And you know, we're looking now at investing more. Because of the success of that video, we're now looking at investing a little bit more into the channel to give you better video quality. So that is why you should, you know, share it if you think, you know somebody that's going to like it. Because as you watch it and you make it, you know, make the results of what we're doing better, that then kind of forces us to level up. So keep, you know, force that like button and you'll force us to level up and you'll get better video quality. So yeah, anyway, on to work. Right, so you see me somewhere not near a DMU. That is because, I believe it's episode 6, it was like the one where it's hottest day of the year. I referenced how I'd make the groove in the bottom of the panel. Considering we were replacing half panel, it's a pretty good time to actually show you how I do that, because I said, oh, you know, this is what I'm doing to put the groove in, and I never put the groove in. So you might be able to see very faintly there's a line here. That's because this has already been flipped upside down. I've cut the groove in the back, as you saw me do, I think, in episode 6. So all I do is, as you can see, I've got it on a rail, and I've conveniently lined up my line, my weak point, my deliberate weak point I've put in there, with the edge of the rail. The rail is fairly straight, and all I do is I get this block here, which you can see was holding you nicely steady, and I put it on the edge, I tilt it a little bit, and then I just hit it. Now I'm not going to do that because anybody wearing headphones right now will hate me. So you're going to see a quick time lapse of that from a different perspective, but just to let you know, that is actually how I did it and how I do it. It's very simple, very rudimentary, and it actually comes out with a pretty good result, as you've seen with the last panel. So yeah, enjoy. So that's that really. Got a nice angle on it. It isn't like a precise angle, but then nothing on that unit is. It's just got to look nice, and it's got to be in line, more importantly. So next thing you're going to see is you're going to see this get welded in, end of day one. So next time we're down, which will be the second for you, we will put this in. It will have a coat of anti-corrosive black on the back, by the way, so don't think that we just put it in. And in the meantime, Michael has Fertan rust converted the framework, so that's all been done while I've been doing this. So yeah, next thing to do, weld it in. Right, so it's a new day, a new morning for us, not for you, but panel's painted, paint's dried, got the framework painted, it's still drying, but now you're going to see two men struggle to get it in place instead. So that's going to be fun. So as you've seen, we've just welded the panel in, trimmed it up, got it all nice, got all the welds ground on it, and now we are coming on to this section. Now finally is cutting out obviously this bit, get the framework out, and then weld new in. So that's what I'll be doing now. So guys, that is going to be a wrap for today. I've got the framework in, I haven't got the top hat in yet, but battery is running low, and yeah, let's just say it's coming to the end of the day. So that will be a wrap for today. What you will see next time that you exist is patches being made up here, the curve, that's going to take a while, that's going to be interesting, and then the bottom one, that should be a fairly simple job. And also the panel that we just put in, you'll notice that the bottom of the window isn't shaped. That will be shaped when you see it next. So yeah, but battery's low, so hope you're enjoying the episode so far. Right, so I have cut out the metal for the patches. The bottom one fairly easy, but this top one, it needs to have a curve put in it. Now, as I've said, we don't have any kind of benders, rollers, or whatever. So yet again, another one of my rudimentary solutions is just a metal block with some radiuses ground into them. So we've got a gentle radius and a sharp radius. So what you're going to see me do now is take this bit of metal and hopefully shape it into something that is, you know, roughly right. It doesn't matter if it's got too many dents in it, because as we found out with the corners of the cab and also the lower corner of the panel, which this is going on, it's okay if there's a few little dents and stuff, because it's very, you know, marginal, and you know, a few millimeters of filler and it's all gone. So that's what I'm about to do. basically just lined out roughly where I need to hit with the hammer, and yeah, we'll slowly bend this into shape. So there you go. It's quite a satisfying time lapse. Just watched that back. It's actually probably one of our best time lapses apart from painting. As you can see, all the little dents, but the dents really haven't come through. It's actually one of my best ones yet. Actually, you just got to take it slow. What I'll do now is I will test fit it, and then it'll be a lot of kind of 2 hits here, a couple of hits there, until it perfectly fits in for what we need. And then I will trim this patch to what we've got cut out, because with these patches you bend, you get the radius right, and then the patch conforms around that radius because there are angles and everything else like that. So I've given it plenty of meat here to hopefully trim off and get just right, but the most important thing with something like this is this radius, which has come out looking pretty good. So yeah, what you're going to see next is you're going to see Michael weld this in. This won't be black, this side will be black, all painted. So yeah, you're going to see him do this next.
Right guys, so that's a wrap for this video. We hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. The bodywork isn't all quite finished yet, but we're getting very close now. They've done lots of welding, as you can see, on the corners. There's just still a little bit of fitment left to do, but we're getting there with it and just coming along nicely. Lots of paint on the framework, just everything sort of tied up there now, and then just to paint this in blue at some point, and yeah, she's completed this side.
So yeah, at the beginning of this episode we had an old manky panel in there, and ripped her out all in a day's work, put her back in all in a day's work. So yeah, it's been really good, and yeah, as Michael said, you can see over here we haven't quite finished it, but that corner is looking really good, so I'm really happy with that. Behind the panel it's all been painted. We'd also just like to say as well that we've now got a microphone, and that is literally thanks to you. I said it earlier in the video, that was weeks ago, but thanks to you watching, thanks to you liking, subscribing and sharing, and getting a lot more people watching our content. You forced us to basically level up, so thank you so much for that. Keep sharing, liking, and hopefully you'll be able to hear the sound difference, because it's the first thing that we've actually filmed on this microphone. Apart from that, we hope you had a Merry Christmas, and we will see you in the new year. Thanks for watching.
Right guys, welcome to episode 11 of, what do we call it again?